able to see clear visions in the realm of the spirit using the prophetic code of gazing into the realm of the spirit. This is the second prophetic code I'm going to be sharing. I tell you the truth, if you understand this secret I'm about to share, nothing in the spirit can hide from you, because this is the secret to picking forensic and accurate details in the realm of the spirit. I know many people watching this video have actually watched some of our prophetic clips by the Spirit of God, and you see the accuracy. This is one of the codes that God has helped me to understand, and anytime I apply it, I always pick things in the spirit, and I'm about to share this code with you so you too can also apply it in any area of your life. Please like this video, because when you do so, you are helping this video to spread to a greater number of people on this platform. Thank you very much. One thing you must understand, believers, is that there are things hidden in the atmosphere. There are words, there are prophetic words moving in the atmosphere. If God opens your eyes to see in the realm of the spirit, you are going to be seeing personalities moving in the spirit as words that men have not yet trapped. That's why the Bible said in Genesis, it says the word of God was walking in the garden. So it means now that words have the ability to walk. Now, it takes sensitive men to trap those words to know that, oh, this is what God is saying. The Bible also said in Psalm 107 verse 20, the Bible said he sent forth his word, and his word healed their infirmities. So you are seeing now that words are errand boys in the realm of the spirit. God can send a word to you to bring a message to you. Now, God can also send words to release healings to you. That is why when you speak, those words are forming the image of personalities in the spirit to go and do something. That is why we don't speak negative words in this kingdom, because words are messengers. The Bible said the word of God was walking in the garden. So right now, there are words in the atmosphere. Now, it takes you to search in the spirit, to begin to pick what God has said about people, to pick what God has said about situations, to pick visions in the spirit. And the law to apply in this realm is the law of gazing in the spirit. Now, the Bible said something in Proverbs 25 verse 2. The Bible said it is the glory of God to hide a matter, but it is the honor of kings to search it out. So it means that no matter what is hidden, God has given us the authority, the ability to search out matters in the realm of the spirit. And the way we search is by gazing in the spirit. Now I'm going to teach you how to gaze. No matter can be too hidden to be discovered. Now, what is gazing in the spirit? The prophetic code of gazing is that you look at something with so much attention to the point that visions begins to build up about that thing you are looking upon. Now, when I'm talking about looking at something in the spirit, I'm not talking about looking at something with your physical eyes. I am saying looking at something with your spiritual eyes. Now, what is the spiritual eyes? Your spiritual eyes is your imagination. So there's how you look at something so much with the eyes of your imagination that visions will begin to build up about that thing you are looking upon. Are we together now? It is you stretching forth your sight on your object of interest. For example, this is my pen. Now, for example, this pen is a human being, or this pen is a situation. What I will do is that I'm going to look at it. I will look at it with my physical eyes, picture it in my imagination, and keep at it. I may begin to worship with it. I may begin to speak in tongues with it. I may just be still with it. I look at it with undistracted focus to the point that a vision will build up upon it. Now, when I'm talking about a vision will build up, I'm saying that something about that thing will drop in your heart. You may have a flowing picture or a flowing video. You are not the one that formed the picture in your heart. You are not the one that formed the thoughts or the video that played in your heart. It just came like that. That is gazing until a vision begins to build up. Now, something happened in 2 Kings chapter 8 verse 11, something very deep. Now, this was Elisha. Elisha was looking at the king, applying this law of gazing. Our last video on the law of music, I showed you how Elisha operated in the prophetic code of music. Now, this is Elisha operating in the prophetic code of gazing. 2 Kings 8:11. This is ESV. He said, and Elisha fixed his gaze and stared at him until he was embarrassed, and the man of God wept. Look at what the Bible said. Elisha fixed his gaze at the man. He was looking at the man with his physical eyes. But he was not just picturing that man with his physical eyes. He was picturing the man with the eyes of his imagination. He was looking at the man so much. Now, as he was gazing at him, Elisha was also waiting for the first picture or the first image or the first video or the first thought that would drop in his heart concerning that situation. Elijah began to weep. Look at verse 12. Then Hazael said, why does my Lord weep? And Elisha answered, because I know the evil that you will do to the people of Israel. You will set fire on their fortress, and you will kill their young men with a sword, and dash into pieces their little ones, and rip open their pregnant women. And you see what the Bible is saying? Elisha looked to the point he started weeping. You see the sensory dimension happened here. I'm going to talk about this in other prophetic codes videos I'm going to release. Now, Elisha operated both in the sensory dimension and the auditory dimension, which is the knowing by words. If you look at verse 12, Elisha said, I know what you will do to the people. That know there, in Hebrew, it was interpreted as yaudao, meaning knowing by the Spirit. So Elisha here knew by the Spirit. It's called the knower. That time you know things, you don't know how you know it, but you just know. Are we together now? But I'm not speaking about that now. I'm going to talk about it in our videos to come. He said he wept. He said, for I know what you will do. So Elisha gazed on the man so much that he picked a vision about the situation. It's a prophetic code of gazing into the realm of the Spirit. In Psalm 34 verse 5, the Bible said they looked unto him and they were lighted. Meaning they looked to the point they got light. What is light? Light speaks of revelation knowledge. Light speaks of illumination. So when the Bible says light, the Bible is saying they looked to the point that they got revelational knowledge about the situation. I'm speaking prophetically now. They looked to the point that they got a vision. He said they looked up to him and they were lighted and they were not ashamed. It's called the law of gazing. You look at it with the eyes of your imagination. Sometimes you have to engage your physical eyes. Sometimes you hear people say, I see your face, I prophesy. This is what they are talking about. The law of gazing. I know these are words that are criticized in our generation, but I believe we are getting a better understanding now. So you hear a man say, when I see your face, I will prophesy. What he's trying to say is that when I see you, I will operate in the law of gazing and I'll begin to prophesy. You know, we were having a prophetic school last Friday on the Global Mentorship. You know, we meet on YouTube every Thursday and Friday by 8 p.m. Nigeria time, live meetings. I was teaching how to prophesy that particular day. And you see, most people on the platform, they were giving accurate prophetic words that other people on the YouTube, on the comment section, they were confirming it. Like I was blown off, like, look at, and I told them, I said, if you can prophesy without seeing people's face accurately like this, it means that when you begin to see the faces of people, it's going to be massive. Pay attention to this secret. This is how it works. If you try to remember what happened yesterday, you begin to see pictures in your mind or videos playing in your heart of what happened yesterday. Maybe how you went to the grocery store or how you went to get a new stuff. You get what I'm saying, right? Now, in that remembrance, what you only see is pictures and videos. Are we together now? Now, you need to understand that when you gaze in the Spirit, this is what happens to you. Same way you were seeing pictures and videos playing in your heart when you try to remember what happened yesterday, is the same way you will be having pictures and videos playing in your heart. And at this point, it is called revelation. Because this thing, you didn't see it before, but you are just seeing it afresh. Are we together now? So this is it. You gaze until the image begin to rise. Sometimes I'm on my bed applying this principle. I am gazing on a matter. I will begin to see build up of visions. It works for me all the time. And it's going to work for you. Believe this. Something happened in Genesis 22 verse 13. Now look at what the Bible said. It said, and Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked. And behold, behind him was a ram caught by the thicket. Now, are you seeing what the Bible is saying? Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked. And behind him was a ram. How did he see the ram behind him? This is the law of gazing. How he was focused on God, you know, looking unto God, looking in the Spirit. And all of a sudden, he saw a ram behind him. He's gazing, looking at a particular matter with your imagination. And you wait for a vision to build up. You wait for the flowing thoughts. You wait for the flowing images. You wait for the flowing visions, the flowing emotions. Are we together now? You know, just like what the Bible said in Proverbs 23 verse 26. The Bible said, my son, give me your heart, and your eyes will observe my ways. It says, give me your heart. When you put the Lord in your heart, if you want to hear what God is saying, you put the Lord in your heart. You just think of Jesus and you think about that matter you want to hear God about. And all of a sudden, the eyes of your spirit will be open, the eyes of your mind, and you begin to see flashes. You begin to see things that you did not plan to even see before. It's called the law of gazing in the Spirit. Sometimes you look at somebody, you picture the person in your heart, you gaze. All of a sudden, the storyline of that person will just drop as a download in your heart. Proverbs 20 verse 8. The Bible said, for a king has the ability to judge evil with his eyes. Prophetically speaking, we are kings and we can judge an issue with our eyes by gazing into the Spirit. This is the law of gazing. Anytime I apply this law, visions will begin to build up. It may take time, it may not be immediate, but I'm going to see in the Spirit. Sometimes, just give me time on that matter and a vision will build up upon it. In our next video, by the Spirit of God, I'm going to speak on the number 3 prophetic code. Please tell us on the comment section what part actually stood out for you on this video. Please do not forget to like this video. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you always get notified whenever I post a new video on this platform. Thank you very much. God bless you.